How to get more sales on Etsy with reviews. Etsy tells us that reviews are important. Not only can they increase trust from your future customers by seeing how happy your past customers were with you, but they also contribute to your shop customer and market experience score. This means all your listings rank just a little higher in search. And higher ranking means more buyers seeing your listings, which could mean more clicks and more sales. So, getting lots of great reviews can lead to more sales, and more sales lead to more reviews, which leads to more sales, which is a positive feedback loop of win. Hopefully, I've sold you on the idea that great reviews are important for your shop. Let's dig into the things that you can do to get great reviews, including some different strategies that you might not have thought of yet. And of course, I'll cover the things we want to be doing if the worst happens and we get bad reviews in a future video. So you might want to subscribe to me. First, we need sales. I know it's basic, but if you've not had many sales yet, you might not be getting any reviews. Roughly, depending on the category and type of item, good shops average about 1 review for each 3 sales. Types of listings with the least reviews are likely digital downloads, where the customer does not have to communicate with you at all. And listings more likely to get reviews are listings where the customer has to work with the seller more, for example, custom work. Don't worry if you're in a lower review rate category, you're only ranking in search against other similar items, so you all have the same struggles to get reviews. So, anyway, if you've not had many sales yet, you can't expect many reviews yet. Be patient with realistic expectations. It should go without saying that good customer service is a must. You have to ask yourself how much of what you're doing is to help your customer. While some sellers do well with following up with a customer after the order is delivered to ask if everything is okay and to ask if they're happy, could they leave a review, the focus of this communication should be asking if the customer is happy. Multiple messages only asking for reviews, to join your mailing list, to follow you on social media, to share your items to your friends. These are not adding benefit to the customer and may well end up annoying them. Pro tip: be aware of your audience too. Different countries have different expectations for customer support. For example, many customers in the UK may be less tolerant to getting messages from Etsy and from you asking them to leave asking them to leave your review, and they may actually leave lower reviews out of anger, where some places in the States may expect a high level of attention and feel neglected if you don't check in. Your items should be as expected quality, packaged well, and shipped in a timely manner. Don't overpromise here, like saying your antiques are better quality than they are, or you'll ship faster than you can, in the hopes of encouraging people to buy. If your items keep getting damaged in shipping, or even if the packaging is arriving looking beaten up, it's not enough to say that it's the shipping company's fault. Don't scrimp too much on packaging. A few extra pennies for a box that turns up pristine at the customer, rather than a bubble mailer that looks like a bear has been chewing it, can be the difference between an angry customer and a happy 5-star customer. Speaking of angry customers, while your customer is waiting for their order, messages from them can sound angry. It's important not to take it personally and don't start being unprofessional. Have a plan in place for what you should do if things go wrong. Stubbornly sticking to your policies, for example, when a customer says they've purchased something by accident or even changed their mind when you've not spent any time on their order yet, doesn't help anyone. It doesn't cost you anything to refund, and it does not hurt your shop in any way. But force a customer to take the item they don't want, that could result in a case opened against you, a bad review, or a damaged item. But also crumbling at the first complaint. For example, refunding customers, offering discount codes, or sending them extra items when shipping is a day late. It's not going to actually help getting good reviews either. Most customers just want their item and to not feel like they're being scammed. Let them know the steps that are going to happen. For example, that shipping usually takes X amount of time, but it's been running a little late just now. If they could wait a few days or check with their post office or neighbours, then get back to you. 90% of the time, the item has turned up by then, but if not, then you can think if refunds, etc., are needed. If you just jump right into the refund, then no matter what you're saying, the customer will see your refund as admittance of guilt, that you're saying you messed up. Even if you offer a full refund and the customer can keep the item, they are under no obligation to give you a great review. They don't know about your star seller badge or your ranking on Etsy. They're just trying to leave an honest review to help fellow customers. And even with a refund, they might want to let people know the whole transaction wasn't without issues. Really, that's how reviews should be. It's Etsy's fault we have a backward view of what reviews mean. It's easy to get a bit angry and read what your customers are saying the wrong way. A customer who asks lots of questions and seems very particular might not actually be a difficult customer. They might be excited or worried that you are going to scam them. I've found customers that were the most particular turned into the sweetest return customers, leaving the best feedback because too often other Etsy sellers had got angry with their questions, cancelled orders, so they have very low expectations from the whole site. Oh, and while we're talking about items running late, one of the biggest reasons for customers leaving bad reviews just now is simply because Etsy has assumed your item is there and messaged the buyer to leave a review. Etsy has got a little annoying with asking for reviews just now. Another reason to be careful about how much you're asking things of the customers. And to shut them up, buyers will often leave a 1-star review saying they never got the item. If this is happening to you, it might be an idea to add a couple of days to your processing time and make sure you have the correct shipping carrier filled into your listings. Much better for the item to arrive with the customer a little sooner than they were expecting. I do want to take the moment here to point out that the vast majority of customers are lovely. Many have actually brought me to tears with what wonderful people they are. It's easy to look in groups and see the horror stories and think most customers are monsters. That has not been most people's experience. And in a future video, I'll cover the tricks to tickle the monsters' bellies to turn the nightmares into your favorite customers. If you're interested to hear that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you get notified of my new videos. And while you're waiting for that video, check out this video here talking about the Etsy Purchase Protection Program that's making buyers and sellers a little angry.